Flash flooding for California, a lot of wind for the west in general, and some fire risk for the eastern Rockies. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Pew. It's February 16, 2026. So starting with California, because this is like day 2 of a lot of rain that we've been seeing, mostly for the northern part of California and then the Bay Area, but today we're mostly going to see it from the Bay Area all the way down south to like San Diego. Already in this moment, we're seeing a lot of rain on the coastline, but by this morning and late afternoon, we're going to see the most intense amount of rain and possibly some strong thunderstorms. The Storm Prediction Center did issue a marginal risk on the coastline specifically, where we may or may not see one spin-up tornado or two, but we may see some high wind as well. Off the coast of California, we are going to have a surface low pressure, and paired with that, we are going to have a cold front, and it's going to be bringing somewhat of a squall line or a long band of storms. Something else to point out with this low pressure and its kind of clockwise flow for the Southern California region, with the mountain ranges like the Traverse Mountains, because the winds are being more southerly, it's kind of perpendicular to the mountain range, and when that happens, that kind of maximizes that upslope flow, and that increases the amount of rainfall on the mountain. Also on higher elevations, we could see winds from like 20 to 35 miles per hour wind sustained, but we could even see wind gusts up to 50 to 70. And so this heavy rain and wind is going to be pretty consistent throughout the day today, but by late evening, overnight, and all day tomorrow, all the way from Washington to California, we are going to see some more smaller scale waves of rain. Today, the Weather Prediction Center did issue a slight risk for flash flooding, and that's a 2 out of 4. And tomorrow for California, again, we are going to have still a marginal risk. Now looking at 500 millibars, we still have this cutoff flow off the coast of California, and that's going to start moving to the northeast into the northern Rockies. And with that, it's bringing a lot of vorticity or spin, and that's helping with the upward motions, but also a lot of shear, especially in the southern region. And these high wind speeds at loft is going to be one of the main influences why at the surface we are going to have some high winds, especially throughout the Great Basin and the Rockies in general. So throughout this entire area, we may see winds from like 20 to 30 miles per hour and wind gusts maybe up to 50 or greater. And this is especially true for the eastern Rockies from Colorado, New Mexico, and the Texas Panhandle. And so with that westerly flow aloft, it's helping influence at the surface downslope warming effect, with the winds going down from the mountain, both increasing the temperature and drying the area out. We're also going to have some breezy conditions from like 10 to 20 miles per hour wind sustained, and so today we are actually going to have a fire risk from these areas. But for tomorrow, we are going to have the highest fire risk possible throughout the eastern Rockies, and this is happening because at 500 millibars, when this trough starts moving to the northeast, that really high jet streak that I mentioned in the southern region is going to move into the Rockies, and when that happens, it's going to really enhance that westerly flow. And when this trough moves to the northern Rockies, we are going to have a surface low pressure that's going to develop in this area as well, and with this high wind speed aloft at the surface, we are going to enhance all the wind speeds. So throughout the entire eastern Rockies, we are going to see winds from like 30 miles per hour wind sustained and wind gusts maybe up to 50 to 70. Still worth mentioning, as this trough goes to the northern Rockies, we are still going to have a significant snowstorm going from Canada and the northern states, from Montana, northern plains, northern Great Lakes, and northeast. And that's for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And possibly by Thursday, Friday, there is high confidence of a second significant snowstorm.